What if the answer to Boston's biggest weakness has been sitting in Brooklyn this entire time? The Celtics are winning, the standings look great, but there is a quiet debate boiling beneath the surface that could flip everything the fans think they know about this roster. Is the center rotation really stable? That question refuses to go away. Even with the strong start and the surge of young players, the echoes of doubt get louder every week. Boston has built an identity built on effort and chemistry, but the middle of the floor still feels like a fragile balance. Could one move change the entire season? Neemias Queta brought order to the starting unit, yet the bench remains unpredictable. Garza scores, Tillman competes, Boucher steps in when needed. But the question hangs in the air. Has Boston pushed this formula as far as it can go? Why Sharp and why now? Day'Ron Sharp has become one of the most efficient per-minute forces in the league. Numbers do not lie. His activity, his screening, his rebounding, his surprising stretch potential, it all forms the profile Boston has not been able to replicate internally. Is upside enough to justify a trade? Sharp is young, physical, and cost-controlled. And the twist many forget, Boston wanted him before. They tried to sign him. They gave him a real pitch. They believed he could win the starting job. That interest never fully disappeared. What is the real price here? Brooklyn is rebuilding, which means the door is open, but nothing comes free. Boston has to decide whether a 24-year-old big who thrives without the ball is worth draft flexibility or the opportunity cost of developing what they already have on their bench. Could small ball survive a long playoff run? That is the debate nobody wants to touch. It works in the regular season. It brings pace, spacing, and rhythm. But when the lights get hot and the series slows down, matchups get brutal. Sharp brings an answer to a problem that may not exist yet, but almost certainly will. Is continuity stronger than a roster upgrade? Boston has trusted internal growth for years. Young players keep rising. The chemistry is real. The team is winning with consistency. But the question that creates tension is simple. Are they one injury or one cold stretch away from exposing their thinnest position? What if this decision decides the posts? Sharp gives Boston size, energy, and a style that complements the roster instead of replacing it. He fits the timeline. He fits the system. He introduces a dimension opponents must adjust to. This is not a star swing. This is a stability swing. What if the Eastern Conference just got a whole lot scarier for Boston's title dream? The Celtics are riding high with a hot streak, but whispers across the league warn an incoming storm could shatter everything fans believe about this season's path to the finals. Is an Eastern nightmare coming? Celtics fans have felt hopeful lately. 10-2 in the last 12 games, momentum building, chemistry clicking. But what if that hope turns fragile overnight? Rumors swirl that Anthony Davis might land in the East. If he joins a contender, the balance of power shifts fast. Davis adds size, defense, shot blocking, history, a legitimate all-NBA presence. Teams like Toronto Raptors, Atlanta Hawks, or Detroit Pistons, all in the Eastern top 10 in defensive rating, could become nightmare. A healthy Davis is a paint-protecting monster, and that could choke Boston's offense. Acquiring Davis requires heavy salary matching, roster sacrifice, and patience. His injury history is severe. Since 2018-19, he's played 60-plus games only twice. Betting a title chase on his body is risky, maybe reckless. If he falters, those teams waste valuable assets, and the Celtics escape relatively unscathed. Perhaps the real edge lies in internal growth, not in reacting to every headline. The Celtics' chemistry, their current rotation, their tempo, that might matter more than reacting to a rival-level trade. Could trusting their core and continuity outlast a blockbuster gamble? Will uncertainty define the final stretch? Even if Davis lands elsewhere, the ripple effects hit Boston. Matchups change, playoff dynamics shift, road to the finals becomes tougher. It might not be just about talent. It might be about timing, health, and momentum. So what now? Will the East become a war zone, or will Boston adapt and survive? Could a trade rumor like this force unexpected moves, shake strategies, ignite locker room tension? You decide. Drop your thoughts below. Do you fear Davis undermining Boston's title chances? Or do you believe continuity and chemistry still win out? Stay tuned, because next time we dive deeper, comparing scenarios, exploring what a Davis move actually means for Celtics' path to another ring. What if the Celtics season is about to change faster than anyone expected? Jason Tatum is suddenly pushing harder in rehab. The team is winning without him, and Joe Mazzulla just revealed an approach that shocked everyone. This moment feels critical, almost urgent, like something huge is about to break. Tatum has been grinding through intense one-on-one sessions with staff, and the buzz around his Achilles recovery keeps growing. The videos he posted only fueled speculation, and fans now wonder if his timeline is shifting. The mystery is part of what keeps this story alive. When asked about discussing Tatum's return, Mazzulla gave a surprising answer. He said everything depends on Tatum and his personal team. That choice of words felt unusual in a league where coaches usually hint at control. This moment raises questions the front office has not touched. Is the coach stepping back? Mazzulla doubled down, saying player health decisions fall above his role. He explained that his job is only to support, not direct. That stance adds a new layer of tension. Why distance himself from the process now? The timing feels strange as wins keep piling up. Tatum spoke with rare honesty about his journey. He described rehab as brutal, a process that reshaped his entire body. He said he feels stronger than ever, and those words hit fans like a jolt. But can strength alone guarantee safety in an Achilles comeback? Mazzulla praised Tatum's presence, saying leadership matters as much as scoring. He highlighted film work, travel, communication. It almost sounded like a subtle reminder that the team does not revolve around a single return date. That message could steady the locker room or spark debate. How different will Boston look with him back? The Celtics are third in the East and pushing for a sixth straight win. Their rhythm without Tatum has been cleaner than predicted. His comeback could either elevate everything or force a new adjustment period. The pressure to get it right grows with every victory. So here is the real question. Will Tatum's return reshape Boston's season or expose the risks they have been hiding? Leave your thoughts in the comment and get ready for the next episode where we break down how his comeback could change the entire playoff landscape. What if the Celtics are heading toward the most delicate financial move of their season? One that could decide how the franchise looks for the next 5 years. The clock is ticking, the deadline is closing in, and a quiet rumor is starting to sound louder inside league circle. This moment feels exclusive, almost secret, the kind of situation where one trade could rewrite everything Boston is trying to build. The league learned that Boston and Brooklyn talked about Anthony Simons months ago. Those discussions collapsed, yet both sides kept the door open. With the deadline coming, this story refuses to die, and that alone should make fans wonder why the conversation resurfaced. Tatum's injury forced the front office into a complicated offseason. They sliced payroll, moved veterans, and tried to avoid a crushing tax feud. Now they sit $12 million above the tax line, and the pressure to reset the repeater effect grows sharper every week. This situation is not about luxury, it is survival. Simons holds a $27.7 million expiring deal. Moving it is Boston's cleanest route to step back from the tax club. Nothing else gives the team the same blend of financial relief and roster flexibility. This is why the rumor feels more like strategy than speculation. Brooklyn has league-leading cap space and a roster full of mid-level salaries that can balance a trade. Cam Thomas, Day'Ron Sharpe, Zaire Williams, and Haywood Highsmith all sit near $6 million. Two of them plus space creates a clean match. This allows Boston to cut cost while Brooklyn gains a veteran scorer and draft value. Boston needs tax relief to avoid long-term penalty. The Nets need assets and scoring to speed up their rebuild. Both motives create urgency, and both motives reveal pressure. This is why insiders believe the two teams will talk again as the deadline nears. Some league voices believe Boston is setting up a larger summer move. Clearing tax space now might prepare them for a future trade or extension window once Tatum is fully back. If true, the Simons decision is the first step in a broader reconstruction that nobody sees yet. So here is the question that matters most. Should Boston sacrifice scoring to escape the tax and reshape their long-term plan? Or keep Simons and push for immediate power? Tell me your version of this future in the comment. And get ready, because our next video will break down the hidden dominoes this move could trigger across the entire Eastern Conference.